welcome to Millis Community Media's coverage of Millis Mohawk Varsity Volleyball. I'm Pauline alongside Westcote. Hey, coming to you live from the, or pseudo live from the Andy Murrock Gymnasium here on the campus of Millis High School tonight. Your 2-3 Mohawks take on the 4-1 Blackhawks. So a battle of the Hawks, as you will. Hawks come in 4-1. They're playing some good volleyball. Mohawks will be tested once again at home. They come off a 3-1 win over Norwood earlier in the week. They'll look to make it 2 in a row. We'll get started as soon as the referees confirm the lineups. Sorry for that. I thought we might get an interruption there, but referee number 2 will check the Mohawk lineup. And for the Mohawks, I see Henry Kagan, Michael Tobin, Dylan McGuire, Leland Judkins, Ryan Fitzgerald, and Pat Halloran along the front. As customary, Michael Tobin will check off as the libero Frank DeLuca checks in. For the Blackhawks, we have Hezrick Richardson and Jack Davidson, along with Esdras Gonzalez along the front. And they are joined by Caleb Platek, Wagner Lorenzo, and if I get that number, I do. It's and we are underway. And off the bat, Henry Kagan with the service ace, as they could not reel that one in. Still trying to capture that last number, and I now have it. It's number 23, Thomas Crandall. We're going to get back-to-back service aces here. So Henry Kagan off to a hot start. Couple solid serves. Nice effort by the Hawks to try to reel that in. Can't get to it. And the Mohawks have the early 2-0 lead. So we're going to get an unexpected early timeout as the Mohawks try to get something situated here on the sideline. I think someone wearing a piece of jewelry they're not allowed to wear, so that'll come off. Head coach Chris DeMiller will let his team take a moment, take a breather. A lot of smiles over there about the 2-0 first set timeout. And we will we'll get back at it pretty quick here. Well, we'll see if that impromptu timeout disrupts Henry's start here. Good serve. They do field it. Looked a little long. Short set, hit over relatively easy. Tip back, Halloran can't quite put it away. Mini swing once again. McGuire fields that. Off target. Kagan, Leland Judkins with the swing. They dig that out nicely. And we are going to get a stoppage as the ball was touched twice on the set. So Henry able to avoid the self-ice on the timeout. Now the nice serve. Back set. Tapped over with the free ball. Kagan, Halloran off target, but they do it. And the Mohawks off to a good start. 4-0 here. Set number 1. Kagan tosses it up, looks long and wide it is, so the unforced error will give the Blackhawks their first point of the game, 4-1. And Esdras Gonzalez, back to serve of the Blackhawks. Tosses it up, nice serve, handled nicely, a little bit off target. So DeLuca looked like it was going to be a pretty nice pass up front, but travels a little bit long off the antenna out of bounds. Gonzalez short toss up. McGuire. Kagan, Halloran, swing. Going to be killed. So Pat Halloran with a couple early kills. Gives the Mohawks their early 5-2 lead. Leland tosses up the changeup, little miscommunication. He'll pick up the ace. So Leland, who can bring it, tosses a changeup over the net, and the Blackhawks caught a little bit flat-footed there. Serve ace tosses it up. They do handle this one, pass it up front, set to the corner, swing into the net. So Leland with a couple back-to-back points. And that serve is passed up front, set to the middle, big swing. DeLuca can't dig it out. That's number 25, Jack Davidson. Watched him during warm-ups, had a couple nice swings from that left side. We'll keep an eye on that, but Jack certainly looks capable putting some mustard on those kill swings. And he's back to serve, tosses it high, sends it over. DeLuca, it's a bit off target. McGuire tracks it down. That is way off target and not going to keep that in. So not a great pass. That was off target, and that is not able to be railed in. Davidson with another good serve, going to catch some roof. They do handle it. McGuire, big swing, blocked up front. They'll go the other side. Fitzgerald with the swing. Davidson handles that. They tip over, and Leland and Frank DeLuca, the libero, run into each other, so no man left to field an errant dig attempt. And Bellingham's cut into this early lead, now 7-5 in favor of the Mohawks. Davidson tosses it up, another serve off target, and they're going to say it caught the line. So true service ace for Jack, just like that, it's 7-6. So Mohawks' gamble doesn't pay off. They let that one go. Jack looking to the same spot. This time McGuire gets to that. Kagan back to McGuire. Big swing blocked up front. See what the call is. And they're going to say net violation on the Mohawks. Tried to get a look and see who did that, but didn't quite see it. That is going to be well out of bounds. So the Mohawks will hold on to the lead. It's 8-7. Halloran comes off. Mike Tobin checks in for the Mohawks, and DeLuca will head back to the service line. DeLuca sends it over, high arcing. Set to the corner, big swing, blocked up front. That's Ryan Fitzgerald, Michael Tobin combining. So DeLuca once again. Frank sends it over, they handle that one. Mohawks off to a good service game here, and that's going to be wide. We'll see if anybody touched it. No touch on the way by. Big swing attempt there by Wagner Lorenzo. Can't keep it in. DeLuca with another good serve. They set to the middle. It's off time. And number 28, Hesrick Richardson. I watched Hesrick during warm-ups, and he did have some timing. I don't think this is their normal setter. Number 23, Rahan. So check that. Thomas Crandall, and that serve's going to sail out of bounds. So Bellingham, I believe, unconfirmed, but I believe they are without their normal setter, and we are seeing some of those timing issues. Certainly seem to have a little bit with Shaw setting him up. See if that continues. McGuire, big swing. It looks long. It is about a foot long. Safety serve sent over short. It's a good one, pretty effective. They do handle it. Fitzgerald with the swing and kill. Bit of a broken play, but Fitzgerald able to mop it up. With that, Ryan will head off, and Timmy Kraus will head in. So we'll get the change after the score confirmation at the desk in front of us. Krause throws it up. Another good serve. Sent to the corner. Big swing coming up. Block, but falls on the block attempt. Falls on the Mohawk side. Point to the Blackhawks. And the Blackhawks will make their changes. Number 8, Ezra Gonzalez checks back in. Serve is over. Off target set, off time, so they punch it over. Once again, Kagan and Tobin not on the same page. Tobin just runs out of arm length there. Tries to swing it over and hits it long. Once again, we are back to a one-point game here at 12-11. We kind of keep going back. A little game of streaks here. Randall with the serve. Overpass, and they can't clean it up, so DeLuca can't keep the pass on this side of the court, but gets bailed out. And Dylan McGuire will serve. Dylan with the short serve. Nice save. They're going to have to hit a free ball over. They do. DeLuca, nice set to Kagan. Over to Judkins. They block it up front. They do dig it out. He tips it over. Mohawks will reset the D. Punched over. Blocked up front again. That's McGuire. DeLuca. Kagan tries to stuff it. Puts it into the net. Yeah, I think Henry would like to have another chance to just punch that deep. Blackhawks serve. Oh, short set. Kagan does a nice job punching that one over. They tip over. McGuire. Kagan. And Tobin with just a tap over. Ran out of room once again. Tobin back to the service line. Halloran heads in. DeLuca comes off. The libero will check off momentarily, get a drink. He'll be back in after this service from the Mohawks. Big swing, blocked up front. Doug Nice, he'll set across. Tip over, looks wide, it is. Mohawks 15, Blackhawks 12. Tobin with the serve, overpass, dumps it down. They're going to punch it over, reset. Tobin with the short pass, kicking to Judkins. He tips over the D. The block was set up. Judkins reads it. Leland, nice job, tips up over the blockers. And it falls harmlessly to the floor. So the Mohawks expand the lead back to 4, 16-12. Michael Tobin with a couple nice serves here. That's blocked up front, and we'll see. That's going to be a 4th touch. So with the lead 17-12, Tobin tosses it up, sends it deep. They field it, send it up front, set to the corner, punched over. Halloran punches it over. Free ball. Kagan, Halloran swing, dug out nicely into the net, and underneath it goes. Halloran gives Thomas Crandall a help up as he slides down. We're going to get a timeout from the Blackhawks with the Mohawks leading 18-12 here in set number 1. So Michael Tobin returns to the service line. I'll take a look at the lineup here with Dylan McGuire, Timmy Krause in the back, Kagan, Judkins, Halloran along the front for your Mohawks. That service fielded past up front. They set to the corner, big swing. McGuire, he gets some help. Timmy throws the free ball, and they're going to say he touched it twice. Really could have taken his time on that and done just an underhand free ball. Tries the overhand, and they call him for the double touch. So the timeout pays a dividend. We'll see if Krause can pass it up front. He does. Kagan Halloran, big swing, going to travel long. No touch, says the ref. Pretty high ball. Never really arced down from the net. So Blackhawks with a couple back-to-back points cut into this lead, 18-14. Toss up, looks long. Krause fields it. Kagan. It's blocked up front, handled nicely by DeLuca. Set to the back. They once again kind of tip over. Judkins off the block, dug out nicely along the back line. Free ball. McGuire. Kagan, Halloran, swing, and gonna fall. Nice effort there by Jack Davidson, but can't quite get to it. So side out to the Mohawks. Kagan will return to the line. We're 19-14 in set number one. Kagan about to get a second chance serving here. Kind of demonstrates the streaks for both sides. It has not been a one and done for most of the night. Overpass, cleaned up. Halloran puts it away. So the Mohawks first to 20. Henry tosses it up, big swing. They dig it out. Sets deep. Davidson punches it over nicely. Overpass. Halloran reacts to that. Passes out of. Oh, and the big swing. They do get number 28. Ezric Richards, a good one to swing on, but he puts it into the tape. Big swing by Bellingham's tallest player. Nice serve by Kagan. Laced it over. I set to Davidson, and he is not. And again, I guess he was tipped up front, so he gets another chance at it. Luca with the big swing, and that looks wide. It is. So that'll be out of bounds. Point to the Blackhawks, who trail by 6, 21-15. Esdras Gonzalez for the Blackhawks. Tosses it up. Nice serve. Dug out by McGuire. Kagan does a good job with that short pass, and that is going to be a fourth touch. Point to the Blackhawks as athletic trainer Patrick Dalton recovers that long pass. Tosses it back to the Blackhawks. Always appreciate Patrick's efforts here. That's going to catch the tape. So nice looking serve. Just catches the top of the tape. Comes back in for the service error. So Leland will head back to the line. Mohawks need 3 to capture set number 1. And that is just going to be long, about foot and a half long. Leland kind of rearing back, going for that. Nice looking service attempt as Davidson will head back. 5-point game. DeLuca passes off target. Kagan chases it down. Overpass is killed. That's number 11, Wagner Lorenzo. Cleans up the overpass. Jack throws it up. Fielded high by Judkins. McGuire blocked up front. Halloran, Fitzgerald off the block, and that's going to find a home. Fitzgerald going down the line. Tough angle, kills attempt. He puts it away off the block. Mohawks 23, Blackhawks 18. DeLuca sends it over. Pass is going to be off target. They're going to punch a free ball over. Blackhawks reset. Kagan back set. Fitzgerald, big swing. Ties that cross court again. This time, no touch. So that point will head to the Blackhawks. Mohawks up 4 here. Certainly would like a side out. Safety ball hit over. Leland, McGuire off the block and out of bounds. Point to the Mohawks. So they'll be at set point for 19. Timmy Krause will come in to try to do the honors from the service line. Timmy tosses it up. Davidson passes it up front. They set to the corner. Big swing. Blocked. Out of bounds. So the Blackhawks will stave off set point here. So Mohawks will try again on the receive side. Serves over, Krause to Kagan, cross to McGuire. It's blocked up front, and they can't get to it. So McGuire, not knowing he could touch it again, that'll fall, and it is 24-21. Watch Kristen Miller. My guess is there'll be a timeout if the Mohawks can't put it away right here. Kagan, it's an overpass. Kagan once again over, and let's see. I'm going to say it was out of bounds behind the antenna. 24-22. Head coach DeMello will let this go one more. Short pass up front. McGuire, big swing. Davidson, overpass into the net. They dig it out. He'll punch it over. It's blocked up front by Tobin. I think they're going to get him for a net violation, and we are going to get a timeout. So at the score, 24-23 in favor of your Mohawks. Blackhawks have got 4 in a row. One more, we play extras. See if the Mohawks can stop it here and win the set. So the Mohawks back on the court. Blackhawks follow. 24-23, as we mentioned. Mohawks really would like to put this away right here. Send it over. DeLuca's pass a bit off target. Kagan does a nice job with it. Tobin tips over the D. They dig that out. Back set. Goes over the D. DeLuca overpass. They're able to set it. Back to the corner. Punch it over. Rouse. Kagan dumps over and it wins it! Henry Kagan with the dump over for the side out and the point. So the Mohawks take set number 1, 25-23. We'll be back for set 2. And we are just about ready to resume action here for set number 2. Both teams out early. About a minute left in the in-between sets timeout, but both teams ready to go. The referee on the floor is conferring the lineup, so I will as well. We get Dylan McGuire, Henry Kagan, Pat Halloran along the front with Timmy Krause, Leland Judkins, and Michael Tobin along the back. And as always, Michael will head off as libero Frank DeLuca will check in. It's part of their normal rotation. Bellingham will send out number 20, Caleb Platic, to do the honors to get us started. Platic sends it over, handled by Leland. Halloran overpass, reaches up high above the net, puts a tough set away. So we'll see Timmy Krause head off and Ryan Fitzgerald come in. And Henry Kagan back to serve. Tosses it up, travels long, well read. And number 11, Wagner Lorenzo, gets a good look at that, lets that sail long wisely. And Esdras Gonzalez to serve. Sends it over, and he'll return the favor. Couple long serves here. And Dylan McGuire back to serve. And tosses it up. Nice serve. Going to hit the sail and bounce around. Does come down. Passes off target. Everybody kind of froze there. As we often say, the Mirac Gymnasium ceiling, which is low by volleyball standards, will come into play on occasion. Does there. So McGuire tosses it up. Nice serve. Dug out. He'll punch it over for the free ball. DeLuca lets that go. It is out of bounds. Well read by the libero. McGuire will serve with the Hawks up 4-1. And let's see. Yeah, that's going to hit the line. That is it. Service ace for Dylan McGuire. Scoreboard. And that is going to be a carry by the Blackhawks. Got the scorers table in front of me, so just reminded this volunteer scorers to update the scoreboard, which they did. Happy to help out. We'll pass that to the corner. Davidson blocked up front. They dig that out nicely. They'll go back to him. Big swing, blocked again. He'll handle that. He'll try the middle this time, try to dump over, and that is going to hit the net and tip out of bounds. Very close. So Jack Davidson will serve the Blackhawks up, down 6-2. DeLuca, Kagan. Leland will wisely toss that over. Reset, big swing off the block and out of bounds. So the Blackhawks get Hezrick Richards on the board with a kill. Jack sends it over, passed up front, nicely Keegan set, Halloran into the net. Set just a little short. Halloran once again blocked. They may want to try to move away from Hezrick. Picked up a couple blocks in a row, 6-5. So once again, Jack Davidson shrinking, cutting into the Mohawk lead as he did in set one. Keegan throws it across. Tried the punch over. They're going to say it only hit the net, no block by Hezrick, and that'll create the touch by your Mohawks. So we are tied, 6-6. Davidson with the changeup. Leland gets to that. Big swing, dug out, overpass, cleaned up. So Hezrick Richards cleans up the overpass. Mohawks clean some details here. Send it over. DeLuca with a better pass up front. Keegan cross. Big swing. It's blocked. Overpass. Hezrick will set that one. Big swing. Travels long. No touch. Side out to the Mohawks. We'll be tied at 7. Tobin checks in. DeLuca with a good serve. See, and that's going to ride into the net. Wagner Lorenzo trying to get to it, but just carries into the soft side of the net. DeLuca with a nice serve. Frank is having a good service game. Big swing down the line, out of bounds. Nice effort there. Once again, Wagner Lorenzo put a nice swing on it. Just travels outside the line. DeLuca, Davidson, middle. They tip over. Keegan can't get to it, so they'll get the side out. Tie this one up. Send it over. Tobin dumps it over. Overpass. Mohawks can't clean it up. Comes back. Keegan sets. Big swing blocked up front. They are reading those. Got to do a little better job. That's going to be sent a nice free ball. One-handed free ball goes over. Big swing attempt by McGuire from 15 feet back. Catches the tape. We are tied at 9. Sent over, dug out very low by McGuire, and that has no chance. Leland trying to punch it over. Kind of a broken play for your Mohawks, and the Blackhawks have the 10-9 lead. Hezrick tosses it up, looks long, it is. So Timmy Cross will check in, head back to the service line. Timmy sends one down the line, dug out, overpass, cleaned up. That is Michael Tobin. Cleaning up the overpass. So the Mohawks with back-to-back points retake the lead at 11-10. So check that. I did not catch the call, my apologies, but I'm assuming either a center court or a net violation. Flip the script on that. Big swing. Leland can't connect into the net. 12-11 is the corrected score. I had a feeling that would get adjusted. So Blackhawks with the lead and the serve. Big swing coming up, blocked up front. I'm going to say it did not get blocked, hit the net, deflected back into the original hitter for the 2-touch. So both teams going to need to make some adjustments as they set these balls. The defense is getting in good position. We're seeing a lot of blocks up front on both sides. Leland tosses it up, hits the safety short, passes off target. They'll chip one over. Timmy to Keegan. It's all overset. They'll throw it up front. Free ball. Whole team's trying to get something going here. Keegan, Tobin punches it. They dig that very nicely. McGuire with the mini swing. Back to the corner. Big swing blocked up front initially, but falls on this side. Mike Tobin not able to get both hands extended. Keep that ball on the Blackhawks side. 13-12 in favor of the Blackhawks. Keegan, McGuire, kill. Dylan McGuire with the kill. We are halfway through this one, 13-13. Tobin with the serve over, handled by Davidson. We'll set back to him, big swing, killed. Took something off of it, went cross court. Put it inside the line, nice side out for the Blackhawks. Caleb Platic back to serve, tosses it up. Pretty manageable serves. Halloran with the swing and kill. Unofficially Pat's 4th kill of the game. Fitzgerald checks back in. Henry Keegan back to the service line. The senior captain having a good game. Tosses it up. Nice serve. They do handle it. Pass set back. Big swing. Looks long it is. No touch. Good, well read by your Mohawks. Back and forth we go. 15-14. Score change, score table check. Dug out nicely. Davidson punches it over. Leland to Keegan. McGuire's blocked up front. Keegan will go back. Fitzgerald into the net. So we're tied at 15. Tosses it up, nice serve. Oh, and DeLuca can't dig it out. Nice serve. So Gonzalez with the serve is ace. Stop hits the net. Service error. Blackhawks will make their change. Dylan will head back to the service line. Tied at 16. Overset, put right back where it came from, double touch. So McGuire throws it up, nice jump serve. They pass it up front, sets off target, they'll punch over, McGuire. DeLuca steps in front of that, McGuire couldn't get a read on it. And we are tied once again at 17 as Davidson back to serve. He's had a good service game, both sets. Mohawks would like to put him as in the one and done category, but the overpass is going to prevent that. So they'll pick up the point, take the lead, 18-17. As we go down the stretch here, and Coach DeMilla says, let's take a timeout. See if we can get Davidson off that line. He's been effective. We'll be right back. So the Mohawks using just about every second of that time out. Come back out, Davidson tosses it up, sends it over, DeLuca up front to Keegan, Halloran, overpass, and that's gonna fall. Blackhawks expand the lead to 2 in 19-17. Nice effort there by the Mohawks, just couldn't quite get to it. Luca, Kagan, Leland, it's off the touch, well read by Davidson. Sets off target, so they'll punch the free ball over. Kagan will punch over the D. Gonna set to the corner, and that is dug out by Kagan. Back set by McGuire. Big swing, blocked up front, and they can't get to it. Hits the net. They had an extra chance there, didn't read it. Mohawks not staying with the play there, and head coach DeMilla reminding them. Play to the whistle. Overpass. They're going to set to the corner. Big swing coming up. Dug out by Kagan. Halloran will punch the free ball over. Mohawks reset the D. Coming back to Esdras. Big swing. No touch. Oh, they're going to say it was touched. Who got it? So Mohawks trailing by 4. This second set kind of slipping away. Jack Davidson been very effective from the service line. They'll switch sides. Sends it over. Leland to Kagan. Back to Leland into the net. Davidson sends it over again, short. Kagan over to Leland, big swing, handled by Davidson. They punch it over, it's blocked up front. The Mohawks take advantage. No, they set. Leland with the swing and the kill. So Leland Judkins gets the much needed side out. Tobin will check back in to Luca to the service line. Trailing 4, Mohawks really want to stay here. Lucas had a nice service game. We'll see if Frank can continue it. Customary dribble up, sends it over. Davidson, overpass, blocked by Judkins. Davidson will reset over to the corner. They punch over, it hits the antenna, should be out of bounds. It is, point to the Mohawks. So the Mohawks pick up a much needed couple points here. DeLuca, nice serve. Set to the corner, big swing, off the block, the Mohawks play it, punch it over, it's blocked up front, McGuire overpass goes over, they'll set it to the corner, it's way off target. Kagan punches it over, and let's see what the call is here. I'm gonna say 23 with the net violation, because that's out of bounds off the play. Mohawks cutting into the lead. Once again, like the first set, we'd love to see the Blackhawk head coach take a timeout. I would predict right after this Mohawk point, and he's gonna get it. So we'll see, and we are gonna get that timeout. 22-21, Mohawks raging back. We'll be right back. So the Mohawks retake the floor. Head coach Steve Montagani, much like Coach DeMilla in the first set, not wanting to take that timeout there, but needing to try to break the momentum of the Mohawks. They'll look to tie it up. 22-21, they trail by 1. DeLuca sends it over, Davidson fields it. They set across to the corner, big swing, blocked up front, they dig it out. They'll send it back to 11, he punches it over, hits the net, and we are tied at 22. Frank DeLuca, a 4-point run. Sends it over. Another good serve by DeLuca. Sends it across to the corner. Swing blocked up front. They punch it up in the air. Davidson will send a mini swing over. That is going to catch some roof. Kagan handles it. Over to Leland. He dumps it over the D. Reads the block. They try to send it deep. It is long. And the Mohawks have the 1-point lead. 23-22. Mohawks roaring back. DeLuca, and it's long, so we are going to be tied at 23. DeLuca with an excellent service game. Picks up the service error there, and Coach DeMilla will take a timeout with this game. Hanging in the balance. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. So the Mohawks head back to the floor, riding a little bit of momentum, but the Blackhawks will serve. It will be Edris. Edris sends it over, catches the net. Fortunately, it pops over for the Mohawks. And Fitzgerald tries to punch it over, hits off the side of his hand. And just like that, Blackhawks on set point. Edris sends it over to Luca. Kagan. Leland punches over the D. They adjust. That's going to be out of bounds. Point to the Mohawks, so we'll play some extras. 24-24. It'll be Timmy Kraus into the game. He'll serve. Trying to bring his Mohawk team to complete this comeback. Kraus with the serve. They dig that out. Set is deep. They'll punch it over. McGuire to Keegan. Tobin stuffs it. And that is a finish. Killed by Tobin. And it's the Mohawks with a chance to win set two. 25-24. Timmy sends it over. It's going to hit the ceiling, come down. They do dig it out, and it's going to fall. And it's the Mohawks with back-to-back set wins. They win set 1 and 2. This one 26-24. Come back from down 6 to win it. They'll be back for set 3. All right, Mohawk fans, we are back for set number 3. Mohawks have taken the first 2. Last one and in style, West. That was a nice comeback by the Mohawks. Once again, I'm Paul Eaton, alongside Wes Cote from the Marac Gymnasium on the campus of Millis High School. Just about ready to resume action. Referee number 2 checks the Mohawk lineup. We will as well. No real changes here. It's Henry Kagan, Michael Tobin, Dylan McGuire, along with Leland, Judkins, Ryan Fitzgerald, and Pat Halloran. And once again, Tobin will come off. DeLuca will go on. Lineups are confirmed. Ball's rolled over to Mr. Kagan. He'll collect it. Mohawks would love to finish this in 3 against the higher division, higher ranked Blackhawks, and some much needed MIAA points. Nice swing attempt by McGuire, dug up very nicely. Davidson punches it over. Leland to Kagan. Halloran, big swing. I got to travel out of bounds. Can't keep it in, so the Mohawks will take the first point here. Lead early 1-0. Kagan tosses it up. Nice serve. That's going to hit some roof. Ping pong around. And that'll be a service ace. Unable to keep that in the confines of the Marac. Kagan with another good serve. Overpass. Put away. Halloran cleans it up. Mohawks up early. 3-0. And Kagan puts that one into the net. So the Blackhawks will pick up their first point via the service error. They send it over. DeLuca up front nicely. Kagan sets across. Fitzgerald with a swing and kill. Ryan with a nice swing. Good technique there. Good follow through. Well placed. Blackhawks will make a change. They get to their bench. McGuire tosses it up, sends it over. Mohawks have served fairly well all night. Davidson, big swing. DeLuca with a nice dig. Fitzgerald gets that, sets off his back shoulder. Can't keep it in. So 4-2 in favor of the Mohawks. Davidson has been tough to get off the service line. Let's see if the Mohawks can do it. They punch it over, and that's gonna, oh! So Edris with the soccer style attempt there after Jack tried to dig it out. Both punch it high enough to catch the ductwork here in the gym. Probably a little frustrating for the Bellingham. We visit their gym with the ceiling slightly higher. DeLuca with another good serve. Big swing by Edris. DeLuca gets to that off the block. He sends it across, and Judkins can't carry the net. Tips off the net. Gerald, DeLuca, Davidson. We'll tip it over. Kagan with a nice save. Tobin throws it over, but it finds Edris. Big swing into the net. No off time, short set. Not a lot he could do with it. Probably tried to do a little more than he could. Fitzgerald checks off. Timmy Krause bled to the service line. Timmy tosses it up and out of bounds. Rare service error for the junior. Blackhawks will shift back. And Thomas Crandall will serve. Crandall throws it up. Leland, back to Leland. Big swing and a kill. Nice system play there for your Mohawks. Perfect pass up front from Leland, and then he runs up and puts it away. 7-4 in favor of the Mohawks. Serve catches the net. Leland looking for the changeup. Tried to drift that just over the net, and it just was an inch short. So side out, 7-5. Sends the floater over. Leland to Kagan. McGuire, big swing off the block, out of bounds, off of the Blackhawks. Point to the Mohawks. Tobin will head back to the service line. DeLuca will head off. And Patrick Halloran back into the game. Edris passes it up front, back set, they tip over. Kagan, Pat Halloran, bunch of deflections, and a little bit of frustration by the Blackhawks. Not a lot going their way. They're in the set, 9-5, but you can see just not quite on time. Tobin with the good serve, they said. Davidson tries to just tip it over, and that doesn't fall either. Mohawks double their pleasure at 10-5. Tobin sends it deep. Edris passes it up front. High arcing pass set to Davidson. He just swings it over. Kagan, Halloran, big swing. Dug out by Edris. Going to catch some sailing and come back. They're allowed to play that, so they do. McGuire, big swing and a kill. McGuire from the corner elevates. Mohawks on a nice run here. Tobin with the big serve. Overpass into the net. Halloran sets up for the jam. Doesn't climb the net, and like that, Coach Steve Montagani wants to get his Blackhawks back together. He'll call timeout. We'll be right back. Mohawks up 7. Oh, the Mohawks take the floor. Blackhawks waiting for them. Tobin back to the service line. Tobin sends the change up over. Nice deflection over. Catches the D off guard. We'll see what the call is. I'm going to say the Mohawks carried that. So the timeout pays a dividend. Mohawks double up the Blackhawks, 12-6. Long serve, sent up front, Keegan Halloran. He's blocked by Edris. Big block by number 28. He has been a presence in the middle, offensively and defensively. Caleb Paddock with the serve, tips over the net. He'll pick up the ace. Hits the tape, rolls over. Back-to-back points. DeLuca, Keegan, Halloran. Sail up in the air, they dig that out. Davidson punches it over. DeLuca, Keegan dumps over the top. Oh, pancakes it, sends it over. Play continues. Dylan McGuire off the block and out of bounds. He gets the kill. What a terrific pancake. He did not get the number, but get a chance to rewind and take a look at that play by the Bellingham defense. You will not see that often. Keegan, nice serve. Blackhawks handle it. They'll send the free ball over. Keegan Halloran, big swing, blocked up front by Edris. They'll go over to McGuire. Jack Davidson up to the task. And punch it over once again. Leland, Keegan chases it down. McGuire off time. Swings and fouls it off. So the Blackhawks pick up the side out. Trail by 4, 13-9. DeLuca, Fitzgerald off the block, off a couple blocks. They send it over. DeLuca once again. Keegan, McGuire off the block, layers for the Blackhawks. Davidson, and that's going to sail long. Side out to the Mohawks. And McGuire will head back to the service line. Mohawks lead by 5. About halfway through this third set. McGuire with the change up into the net, dug out. See what the call is. I think we're going to see a 4th touch. And McGuire tosses it awfully close to that service line. No call. I thought we were going to get one there. Mohawks get a little lucky. Edris partially blocks another one, but this one will sail out of bounds. Point to the Mohawks. Dylan puts that one into the net. So Jack Davidson, the last guy you want to see at the service line tonight. He's had a number of runs. Bellingham certainly needs one. Let's see if the Mohawks can get him off the line. Big block up front. Keegan punches the free ball over. Terrific play from the bench. They're going to swing, and they put it away. Big number 11, Wagner Lorenzo with the kill. Nice chase down by Henry Keegan. Virtually on the seats along the sideline. Davidson. This is what Jack has done most of the night. They're going to say no touch. Halloran with the kill attempt. Travels out of bounds. Davidson once again running up the score. That's going to travel long, no touch. So a rare service error by Jack Davidson. And I am quite sure the Mohawks happy to see him off the service line. Maybe save him for when we travel to Bellingham. And Lucas sends a serve over. Edris punches it over. Kicking across. Leland, big swing, and they're going to say it's long. Certainly wasn't long by much. Leland goes down the middle. Send it over. Edris, the floater. Tobin off time. Took just an extra second. Lead down to 3, 17-14. Dylan passes up front. Kagan back set. They punch it over. Reset the D. Big swing coming up over the D. Dug out nicely. DeLuca with the set. And big swing, and that's going to fall. Davidson does a nice job trying to dig it out. No one there to collect it. Mohawks stop the run. Kraus will check into the service line. 18-14, Mohawks lead. Timmy sends it over. They pass it up front. Good set to the corner, big swing. DeLuca can't rail it in. Heads out of bounds, so Timmy is a one and done from the service line. Gedris Gonzalez back to the front row for Bellingham. Serve is a good one. Mohawks will send the free ball over. And that's going to fall right on the line. Little miscommunication along the back sideline. Kind of a mid-court dump over, pays dividends. So Leland Ludwig. Check that, Leland Judkins. My apologies, Leland. Back to serve. Tosses it. Sends a soft one over. Davidson comes running up. See if they try to dump it over. Close to the net. Tries a dump over. DeLuca. Kagan. McGuire blocked up front and out of bounds. Point to the Mohawks. So they are first to 20. High toss, Judkins can't keep it in. Goes for it down into the corner. Tons of spin, long by about a foot or two. Throws it up. Kagan, Tobin spikes it. So Tobin gets the kill. So Chuck Smith enters the game. Mohawks need 4 to complete these sets here. I'm not going to say it. See, Davidson collects that. They punch it over. Kraus, Kagan, Halloran going to travel backwards and fall. Halloran with the quick dump over. Chuck Smith will head back to the service line. Love to bring his Mohawks home here. Chuck throws it up, punches it deep. Davidson passes it up front. Punch it over. Leland, Kagan, McGuire swinging a kill. Dylan McGuire. Pat Halloran will check off. And that's Devin Cruz heading into the game. Chuck sends a changeup over, overpass, Kraus, Kagan, Cruz punches it over, and it falls, hits the tape, rolls over, and it's been that kind of night for your Mohawks. They lead by 8 at game and set point. We're going to see a couple more changes here. McGuire will come off as number 32. Aaron Perica comes in. And Timmy Kraus will head off as number 17. And I am not quite sure. I apologize. We'll see if we can get his name. Cruz sends it deep. And a little bit of trouble. The free ball is going to go over. Leland. Perica tries to punch it over. It does not go. So Blackhawks stave off. Game point here. Chuck Smith will head off. DeLuca will come back in. Cruz sends it over. Davidson is set to the middle. Back to Davidson. Big swing. DeLuca can't dig it out. And the Blackhawks will get back-to-back points. Serve is over. short pass up front. It's going to be touched 4 times. So Mohawks 24, Blackhawks 19. Let's see where they go here. Leland. And Davidson collects the overpass, puts it away. Somehow stayed off the net. Tough play. Davidson's had a good game all night long. Most consistent player on the Blackhawk team tonight. They send it over. Last minute to Luca. Leland. Somehow they get that free ball. They're going to set to Jack. He sends it over. Leland. Higgin. Parika punches it over, hits the antenna. And that is out of bounds. So the lead shrinking here to 24-21. Coach DeMilla hoping for a side out. Take just about anything here. Service error. Pass it up front. Kagan to Luca with the free ball. Bit of a scramble up front. They set to Edris. Big swing. It's long. Out of bounds in the game. The Blackhawks picked up the sweep over the Bellingham Blackhawks. 3 sets to none. Final set 25-21. It's an impressive home win for your Mohawks. So for Westcote, I'm Paul Eaton. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.